If anyone is saying Islam is backwards and is bringing us backward, then we must look how Islam rose. And when Islam was ruling, how it ruled east, west, north, and south. And check the history. You don't have to go too far. Just one page over. 1 century almost. Turn that page and look at the Ottomans. That one nation, one ruling system sitting in Istanbul and controlling the whole east, west, north, and south. They didn't have technologies. They didn't have all of today's equipments that instantly you speak here and they see it in China, all these fast communications. They didn't have that. But they were able and capable to rule 72 different nations, different tribes, different people, different religions under one banner, and they were not eating each other. They were all happy with their life. Such a civilization was done by Islam that even 100 years ago, you could have taken off from Morocco, going all the way down to Indonesia, and you didn't need anything else but just one passport, one ID with which you could go everywhere. That was civilization. Wherever the Ottomans went, they brought this high civilization. When Sultan Mehmed Fatih Khan entered Istanbul, he brought this high civilization with him. When the Ottomans opened their borders throughout Europe and Asia and Africa, they brought this civilization, the civilization of Islam, the civilization of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the civilization of the Awliya Allah, the civilization of Tasawwuf. The Ottomans were responsible for protecting the way of the Prophet ﷺ. And there were those who hated this civilization. There were those who could not stand the justice and fairness and equality of the Ottomans. And for 800 years, there were always enemies who were trying to bring down the Ottomans and to let the world go back to Jahiliyyah and cruelty. There were just those who could not accept the Ottomans, just as Shaitan was against Adam alayhi salam, just as Nimrud was against Ibrahim alayhi salam, just as Firaun was against Musa alayhi salam, just as Abu Jahl was against Rasulullah alayhi salam. There were enemies of the Ottomans who were constantly trying to bring them down. And in reality, they were trying to bring down Islam. In the last days of the Ottoman Empire, they were fighting on so many different war fronts because those descendants of Shaitan, the grandfathers of the murderers in New Zealand, they wanted to bring Islam down. They wanted to bring that just civilization down. They wanted to bring the Ottomans down. On Monday, we're going to remember those brave defenders of truth, the defenders of Islam, the defenders of justice and equality, the defenders of the Ottomans, the martyrs of Çanakkale, the martyrs of Gallipoli, who gave their lives so that cruelty and evil would not return to the earth. When the nations of the world came to try to finish the Ottomans in Çanakkale, those brave soldiers stood up and they defended the legacy of Islam.